What's up everybody, Soul here with another Menace video for your viewing pleasure, and today we're going to be taking a look at our boy Achilles. He is the Achilles heel of a lot of people's runs. I've seen a lot of people saying that they don't like him. I've seen a lot of people saying they love him. He's a highly divisive character, and honestly I think it's because he lacks versatility. I think this character requires you to play him the way that I perceive him to need to be played. I don't want to say the way he has to be played or needs to be played, my perception of that. And so let's talk about that. We're going to get right into it. Let's look at his perks. And so right here we've got Spartan Duty. And so right here you see his AP increases as his HP decreases. What does that tell you? Mr. Dude is a berserker. He goes in hard, he's reckless, you got to take risks. And if you play this game and you don't enjoy taking risks, maybe you're very defensive, maybe you'd rather not take the chance to keep your guys back, which is completely logical, he's probably not going to work out real well for you. With that said, increased AP for lost health, plus 15 AP for 20% health missing, 30 AP for 40% health missing, 50 AP for 60% HP missing. That's phenomenal. That's a lot of AP, especially if you got someone like a Pike behind him, giving him extra AP. This dude can kind of get nutty, and he can get nutty fast. If you don't like that, I don't blame you. Why take the risk? It's scary, you know? Especially if you're playing this game on expert mode. Yeah, it's a big deal. However, let's talk about the build. I'll give my thoughts on that, and let's go over it. So, for me, the next trait I pick up, or perk, I'm sorry, that I pick up is Lancer. I want him to get into the fray. I want him to pick up that damage, especially if I have him early game, and to really have those exchanges. It really is truly reckless, but what you can do is you can use him to secure kills and flank, especially if you happen to get that early walker. And yeah, just get in behind, finish him off. Lancer ensures that he's able to do that, especially early game with some crummy guns or just decent guns. So this is a phenomenal perk to pick up. A lot of people probably want that expert pilot. There's nothing wrong with that at all. But for me, I don't want him to have more mobility. I want him to have more potency in doing what he's supposed to do. So Lancer's what I pick up first. Then I come on down and I pick up Dash. Yeah. Now, Dash, it puts a walker off balance. It's great. Minus 4 AP cost per tile, and it only affects walkers. Once again, if you've got him early game and you don't have the walker, then clearly you're not picking this up. You want expert pilot at that point. But if you have a walker and you have Mr. Achilles, which I personally think he should be in a walker, just throwing that out there, you want Dash. That is a phenomenal ability. It's going to lower that AP by 4 per movement, and then walker gains off balance, which is a minus 10 accuracy, but a plus 2 AP movement cost per tile until the end of the following turn. It's a trade-off, but for me it's good. It's worth it. I really like this a lot. A lot. Moving on, the third perk I pick up is Drive-By. Minus 10 AP for the next standard attack after moving, and can trigger multiple times per turn. Great value right here. You're going to have, I mean, when he's fully kitted out, you're going to have turns where he's going to be shooting for 20 AP. It gets nutty. It gets nutty fast. I'm telling you, it gets nutty fast. So Drive-By is phenomenal. This is what you absolutely want. And then coming on down, pick up Full Send as soon as you can. Because like I said, action economy is phenomenal on this guy. He gets tons of AP, and he's going to be able to get tons of attacks off. It gets insane. And so Full Send is what I would highly suggest you to pick up. Once again, 20 AP for a shot is pretty bonkers. And so you're going to be getting that. And you're going to get it fairly often. With that said, now you get to double back. We're going to pick up 3 more. For me, the very next thing I'm going to pick up is critical hits. I want to do more damage, and for free. 25% of the time, sure, but I want it, and I want it all as often as possible. So by picking it up, it's going to be nice. You get a decent little buff. Really like that. Good stuff right there. And then coming on up, I'm going to pick up Tank Buster, because Achilles is about killing. He wants to kill. He wants to kill quickly. He wants to kill often. And this allows him to do more of that. And so Tank Buster is for sure the next thing I'm going to pick up with him. And then the final thing I'm going to pick up with him, if I haven't already got it, it's going to be Expert Pilot. Let's say you started early game, you didn't have a walker. Now you want to go back and get your Dash. That's for me. That's my opinion. You might disagree, but this is what I absolutely think is phenomenal on him. Now, Shield Wall, There's nothing wrong with that. 33% HP cap on damage taken from any enemy attack can be a big deal, especially if he's on a light walker. But in the medium walker, you're going to eventually get accessories and things like that that are really going to supplement him and defend him. And so for me, Shield Wall didn't have a lot of utility. I used it in the past run, and I really just wanted to avoid it. So I didn't take it. I have no remorse this time, and I don't plan on taking it. If you, and this sounds kind of asinine to say, so forgive me, but if you play well and smart enough, you don't really need to worry about how much damage you take. You can sincerely plan to take the damage in the ways that you want. With that said, what I'm suggesting is that you don't just run in blind. Make sure your scouts, your radars, are detecting the opponents, and that you understand who those opponents are. Your intelligence level's up, the whole nine. Intel is important. And then once you understand the threat, you can address it accordingly. And if you want to take some damage, which that requires some game experience, but not have too much damage, you can actively choose to put Achilles in harm's way in just the right way. Also, a really big strategy that I like to use on Achilles is to bring him in as a secondary pilot when I have already established damage on another vehicle. And I don't ever plan on taking damage unless I'm playing Achilles, but there are instances where I fumble, mess up, and a pilot will take damage on their vehicle, and then at that point, I put Achilles in that vehicle, and I let him roll. It works, and there's some synergy there in between missions for Achilles in that way. Let's say you're running Bog messes up, which I keep him in a light mech personally, but if he's in a medium mech, whatever, throw Achilles in that mech, let him do a job afterwards, and get the benefit of all that bonus AP. I digress. Let's talk about the build. And so, oops, as you can see right here, I've got Achilles in the medium walker. For me, that's his bread and butter. Clearly, he's got a couple traits that really favor walkers, and they say so, one of which only affects walkers. And so it's kind of like he needs to be in a walker. Once you get him in a walker with the dual-wield weapons, it's done. It's done, son. You know what you've done, and you love it. You want more of it. And so, yeah, medium walker. Now, for me, you can mix this up. Put some different weapons on him. Try some different things. Maybe you want to dual-wield the Griffin machine gun. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Maybe you want to dual-wield the BC autocannons. There's fine. There's nothing wrong with that either. But for me, I like the CMG. It feels good when you shoot with it. He has great range at 10, and it sounds insane. It sounds like you are ripping metal to shreds. It is loud. It hurts your ears if your volume's up. It's invasive. It's satisfying. This is the gun that I prefer to have on him, and that is the CMG. I dual wield those bad boys. 10 range. You can't beat it, which, you know, most of these guns have some pretty good range, but the 10 range is phenomenal. And yeah, absolutely love it. Now, you don't want Achilles staying far away. You want Achilles getting in fairly close, and this CMG does a very good job at 4 tiles, which is where we get our armor pen, and so it's a really, really good option. Now, of course, if you want to take on the autocannon, there's nothing wrong with that. I think it does not as good of a job, it's just my opinion, as the CMG, so I didn't really care for it. And then, honestly, the Griffin, that one's a little bit different. This honestly feels like it's more to Achilles' favor. It seems like it would be his bread and butter gun, and I think it does a really good job. It has better accuracy, better armor damage, worse armor pen, but it has a higher rate of fire. Really decent stuff. And then, of course, its optimal distance is actually 4 versus suboptimal on the CMG being 4. But it doesn't feel dramatically different in my opinion. For me, the CMG is the well-rounded choice, and it's what you want to run on him at all times. And then, of course, let's get on down here to the accessories. I absolutely love having as much ammo as possible, so the vehicle ammo cases is an absolute must. Put it on them. You want it. You got to have it. And then past that, I got the exploding reactive armor because for me, always find that, you know, rockets and things like that are the biggest threat. But of course you want to equip according to the missions you're going in and what you're dealing with your opponent. So if you're fighting bugs, the exploding reactive armor doesn't do as much. That's all I'm going to say. It doesn't do as much. Of course, you got other options like the ceramic plating. Maybe you want to run with the exploded reactive armor, but you also have smokes as an option too. Play them your way. Fit that last slot wherever you want. Maybe you even want a jetpack. There's nothing wrong with that. But for me, I like to just put a little bit of armor. I like to gauge, take my time, walk into the pressure, and yeah, very pleased and happy with that. With that said, you tell me. I know Achilles is a divisive squad leader, so tell me, do you like him? Do you love him? Do you hate him? Or do you just not touch him? How do you play him? How have you played him? What works for you? Did I miss something? Get down in those comments and tell me all about it. You guys are amazing. The community is phenomenal. I say it every video, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. It's been phenomenal posting content for this game because the community is so good. With that said, I appreciate you. If you think I'm worthy, please drop me a like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And yeah, huge shout out and thank you to our soldiers. You guys and gals are the ones that keep everything going, me flowing, and the content rolling. So I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. And until next time, guys, now I will catch you later. Bye.